This is Augusto Pinaud, and I'm the co-author of the book iPad Only. And today I am with.
Michael
Let's
Sliwinski.
talk a little bit about the cloud, because the cloud, it is an interesting concept, that it works the same way that credit cards used to work in the 90s. If you remember, in the 90s, people, when the web started coming up and you could start making some e-commerce, and people were really afraid of putting their credit card online because they were afraid that somebody can grab the number and do things. And the cloud is the credit card of the 90s. It's just on 2010 or 2013 now. People were terrified of the cloud, me included on that list. For the longest time, I had incredible doubts about living in the cloud, about having my stuff in the cloud. And most of them were for exactly the same reason. The credit card, the people were afraid of the credit card, is because you have a lack of knowledge on what's come behind on all those systems where you type your card or where you put now your files. You instead had a little bit more knowledge about it for obvious reasons. Nozbe is a web service. So talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, so for me, it was less difficult to move things to the cloud because first of all, Nozbe is a cloud service because we put your projects and tasks in the cloud in our infrastructure, and then also we work with cloud companies like Evernote and Dropbox because Nozbe syncs with them, so we know these companies very well and how they do everything they do. And the thing is that in my business, if I lose your data, I'm out of business. It's over. Nozbe's gone. I mean, nobody would trust Nozbe again, ever. Even if I blame it on Amazon or my servers or earthquake or hog the great, I don't know. Whoever I blame it to, nobody cares. They have trusted me their data, and it has to be secure. So we go extra lengths to make sure that your data is safe. Your data is, for example, in Nozbe, we duplicate your data in real time to different server in different location, and then we also do backups of that. So we have backups of backups of backups. So even if an earthquake hits our servers, there's no problem. We have the data backed up from 1 second ago. So so maybe your last task, maybe it wasn't complete or something, but that's it. You have everything backed up in Nozbe. So and the same other cloud companies like Dropbox and Evernote work. They make sure that they have the backups of backups of backups to make sure that whatever happens, your data is never lost. That's why for me moving to the iPad and moving everything I had to the cloud was not a big deal because I already had most of my data in the cloud anyway.
And for me, it was interesting because I resisted. I feel more secure carrying a set of external hard drive with me on the back until I make the connection between a credit card in the 90s and the cloud. And the moment I make that connection, I went and researched and learned how much extra backup and extra security all these services in the cloud had, number one. And number two, how much they will simplify what I carry and what I need and all that. So after I learned and researched all that, the move was pretty easy. And today, everything lives online somewhere.
Yeah, I have a 10-step video course where I talk about different things, and one of the steps is about actually this mobility and everything. And I'm saying a phrase: productive people are not afraid of the cloud. And this is actually what I believe in. And then this is what happened when I moved to the iPad. When I was on my Mac, because I could put everything on my Mac, I was hesitating of moving everything to the cloud because I had it on my Mac, I had it backed up on my local time capsule, But then when I moved to the iPad, I had no choice. To be able to access everything I needed, I had to be in the cloud. So moving to the iPad forced me to, get a bigger Dropbox plan, get an Evernote Premium, and put everything there what I wanted. So and decide what goes to Evernote, what goes to Dropbox, what goes to Nozbe, and make sure that all the data I need is in the cloud and is accessible from my iPad and, as a bonus, from my iPhone.
Yep, it is the same thing here. Now everything goes online, and even my iPhone as well as my iPad are just 32 gigabytes, and I don't need them bigger for only one reason. Everything is on the cloud.
Exactly. And then so let's leave that thought with the guys, and then also we'll just say that when we are working on this book, we are writing everything in Dropbox. Our text files are in Dropbox, and we sync them together. So we use the cloud all the time to work together, and we haven't met yet, Augusto, and we are writing this book together. So this is the power of the cloud.
Yep. And with this, we are going to be talking a little bit more later on a video about learning how to single task and using a couple of cool things we have learned about the iPad. And this is the iPad only book. So thank you very much.
And stay tuned. Thank you.